Hi, this is JR. I'm the expat in Saigon. Today, I went to Saigon Star Coffee to try to shoot part 3 of our series on money and banking. But the background music over there was just entirely too loud and I couldn't shoot. So I decided I'd better just come home and try to do it here. Part 1 of the series was about what tourists need to know. Part 2 was about what people working here need to know. And part 3 is about retiring here. So that would be like me. To come to Southeast Asia to retire, you're going to need passive income. Or significant amount of savings to get you by until your retirement funds kick in. If you plan on working here, that's good, but if you don't have some income and savings, it's a bad idea to come over here and expect to work because you may not find something as easily as you think. Everybody's retirement planning is different. It always depends on where you plan to live, what assets you have, what passive income you have, things like that. And it's really something that should be left up to a financial planner and not something that you should get from me off the internet. I don't think that banking here for a retired person is always such a great idea. I kind of think that it's better to bank in the U.S. and then just use the banks here for taking your money out or for savings for emergencies. But what I will try to do is tell you some of the little things about banking in Vietnam that might affect you and maybe a way to save some money. I'll use myself as an example of how I set my system up. The way I set my system up was to deposit my pensions and Social Security into a discount broker in the United States. The discount brokerage that I use offers free ATM fees. So I can withdraw from the ATMs here and not pay any fees at all. It's pretty handy. You definitely want to keep some emergency cash around in case you need to go to the hospital or buy something expensive, things like that. So you don't want to be standing in front of an ATM pushing buttons all afternoon. One of the things to consider is that deposits here are not insured to nearly the level that they are in the U.S. In the United States and Canada, they have deposit insurance that I think in the U.S. it's now up to $250,000 per deposit. And Vietnam, it's about a little less than $4,000. So if you're going to keep money here, you might want to keep that in mind. I also keep some money in a savings account here for emergencies. But like I said, without the deposit insurance, I try to keep my savings account levels below the $4,000 or so. I think that that's probably prudent. There have been bank failures here, although they're pretty rare. The other thing that I think is a good idea is to have PayPal. If you want to make online purchases and feel safe about it, I think PayPal is really a good option. And you definitely want to set that up before you come to Southeast Asia. It's impossible to set it up once you're over here. My PayPal got a security hold put on it when I moved to Vietnam, and it's probably just because of my IP address. I think I accessed the site without using a VPN. So because of that, the security people thought that I was a Vietnamese scammer and cut me off. And even though I've called them and the account is still open, I have not been able to use the PayPal to its full potential. The only thing I can do with it is accept money in and transfer it into my bank account. That's it. I can't use the credit card, can't buy things online, can't send money to anybody. It's really kind of an inconvenience. It's a good idea to let your bank know what you're doing too. So if you're using a regular bank or a brokerage, you should let them know you're going to Southeast Asia and that you may be there a while. Make sure that you set your PayPal up before you leave and that you have your card in hand and ready to go. Also, when you check PayPal in Southeast Asia, let them know you're going, or when you get here, use a VPN to access their site. That keeps them from putting security locks in place when you try to use your credit card or make a financial transaction from over here. Anyway, I hope these suggestions will help you out if you decide to come over here. I think my banking situation is working pretty smoothly, and I'm keeping my fees as low as possible. So that's really all you can ask for. You've got access to your money, you're not paying a bunch of fees. The only thing that you're dealing with is the exchange rate, and really through the discount brokers and stuff, the exchange rate fees for using your Visas and MasterCards and stuff are really pretty good. Anyway, that's about it. I want to thank everybody for watching this series and for your comments. I really enjoyed doing it, and I learned a lot too. So every time that you go to a bank here, it's a new experience, and you definitely learn something every time, for sure. One thing I've got to do before I shoot too many more videos is find a quiet place to shoot. Nearly every place I try is so loud. The Vietnamese really like their background music loud. In our country, background music's usually pretty quiet. But over here, the background music sounds like disco levels. I want to thank y'all for watching, and please stay tuned to the Expat in Saigon and like and subscribe if this video helped you out. Thanks, and see you soon.